Hello. So this is a picture on my computer, the computer I have right now. And when I'm recording this video, it's 9 years old, and I built it myself 9 years ago. And I have upgraded it a little bit over the years. The first upgrade was an SSD, and a couple of years later, I got a new power supply and a graphics card. But the thing is that I'm starting to have problems with this computer, and I used it a lot, between 8 and 12 hours a day for almost 9 years, and it's starting to have problems. And it's two of the USB ports at the back doesn't work, and even if I plug it to the front panel, I get blue screens, stuff like that. And I get actually blue screens every day, at least between 5 and 10 blue screens every day. And sometimes I don't even get the blue screen. The computer just completely freezes. I can't do anything. I have to either press sometimes the reset button doesn't even work. So I have to sort of turn it off, and it doesn't boot up again. I just get the black image on the monitor. And even though I press reset, it doesn't boot up at all. So I have to power it down with the switch on the back. And I actually have to wait 5 minutes at least before I turn it on again. Because if I turn it on too soon, it will still not boot. So yeah, there's a lot of issues. Same thing with this hard drive bay I have in the front here. One of these ports doesn't work. And also, I think this is starting to fail because this blue light is when the hard drive is on, and this kind of flickers sometimes. So, but the hard drive works. It flickers. So yeah, and I am right now unemployed when I record this video, and I can't afford to buy a new one. But my brother was kind enough to actually borrow some money to me. But I'm not going to buy a completely new computer. I'm actually only going to do a so-called upgrade, because the only thing I actually need to upgrade is the motherboard, the processor, and the fan, and the memory. The rest I will keep. I will keep the graphics card, I will keep the power supply, I will keep the storage and the case, because the motherboard I'm getting is exactly the same size as this one, so I can easily just swap it. So I am from Sweden, so this is a Swedish online shop, and this upgrade kit is just the motherboard, the memory, and CPU. And this is the Swedish money, and this is basically about almost $400. So yeah, computer hardware is really expensive in Sweden, even if it's online. And this is included, the tax is included here. So yeah, so $400 just for the processor, and it's not even the i7, it's the i5. It's the quad core without hyper-threading. And it's also an Asus motherboard, and it's just a mainstream motherboard, nothing fancy about it. Same thing with the memory. It's nothing fancy about it. And you see it's only 8 gigs. But I ordered an extra package of this so that I get 16 gigs. So you can see the memory is just 2 memory sticks, 2 4 gigabyte. Oops. So I ordered another 2 sticks of this, and it's 400 crowns. This is almost $400. It's about $350, perhaps US dollars, and that's tax included. So 800 crowns, like $700. No, $70. Did I say $350? I meant $35 per. So it's $70 for 16 gigs totally. And this is on the Asus website with the motherboard. So it's just basically a generic motherboard like this. So it got like 4 SATA ports, 6 gigabit. It has 2 16 by 16 slots, but they have kind of a weird configuration here, which I'll show you later on here. And it's kind of funny, it also has these regular PCI slots. But I actually thought about it, and I'm actually going to need this, because if you look at the back panel here, the audio, it only has analog output. Right now, my motherboard in this computer actually has a digital output at the back. It's a coaxial connection, and that goes to my sound system. And that's why I use digital, is because the analog outputs actually sound worse when I connect it to my sound system. So the digital version sounds a lot better. So it doesn't have any digital outputs, so I'm actually going to use my old sound card, which is a Sound Blaster Audio 2 ZS Platinum Pro, which has an external module. So it goes a cable from the sound card outside the computer, and that box has digital in and out. It has digital in as well. So I will use that, but otherwise it doesn't really have that much of connection, but I don't really need that much either. I basically only need like the network and some of the USB ports. And the nice thing with this, it actually has this USB Type-C connection. It's the 5 gigabit version. I think there is a 10 gigabit version as well, but it's kind of nice. It's the small one over there, and got DVI and HDMI as well from the built-in. But I'm actually going to use the external or this graphics card here, and I'm actually going to disable the built-in graphics. So yeah, that's the kind of generic motherboard, and this is kind of what looks a better look of it. And 4 SATA ports, just the memory and stuff like that, kind of basic. And you can't really see it here, perhaps. I don't know if you can see it in a better picture on this one, perhaps. It's better. Yeah, this is larger. Here you can see the PCI Express. This is the graphics slot, basically. And here's the second one, and you can see it's only wired, what we call, it's a X16 slot, but it's only wired as X4. So yeah, you can see it there. And if I go over here to the specifications, you can see if I go into the over here expansion slots, so you see one 16 slot, but the other one is like 4, maximum 4. It's wired by 4. And the LAN is Realtek, and I'm not really a fan of Realtek, but yeah, it might work. I have on the computer right now, this motherboard has not even a Realtek is have this Atheros network card, and it's completely crap, really crap. So I actually disabled that network card, and I actually got an Intel network card on here. It's a PCI Express network card as well, so I might have this as well. So we'll see what I do. If I'm not happy with the Realtek network card, I will actually use this one instead. So yeah, finally I get the new computer with the latest CPU, with the sixth generation. It was released last year. So yeah, and it's even though it's just a quad core, it's, some people say it's like 3 times faster than the quad core I have now. So yeah, also the memory, this I have DDR2 memory right now. This has DDR4 memory, so it's a lot faster. The DDR2 memory I have is like 800 megahertz. So this memory is more than double as fast when it comes to the speed, at least. So yeah, it will be really nice with a new computer, or new parts at least. It was time for an upgrade. And it's kind of funny that I'm able to record this video without blue screens or freezing. So yeah, I better stop right now before something happens. So yeah, see you later.